Hello. So this is just another core flow warm up. It's just kind of a variation on the previous, but very much the same of the previous video. And I'm going to do this morning because later I'm going to do more of a sculpt workout. So that's what this is good for. It's good for just getting up and getting in a little flow, or to really warm your body up for something that is a little more vigorous. All right, so let's get started on all four. Knees under hips, crease the wrist under the shoulders. Curl your toes under. Take a big inhale, drop your chest and your belly. Lift your tailbone up, take your gaze up, exhaling out through the mouth. Tops of the feet on the mat, drawing the navel up, rounding the spine. Tailbone down, crown of the head down. Look between the thighs or at your navel. Again, curl the toes. Big inhale here as you drop your chest and your belly. Lifting that tailbone, taking the gaze up. Tops of the feet with your exhale, drawing that navel up, rounding the spine. Tailbone down, crown of the head down. Trying to get a little more movement with each round of breath. Curling the toes, big inhale. And it really doesn't matter if you want to take inhales in and out through the nose or in through the nose, out through the mouth. Either one is fine. Tops of the feet as you exhale. Round it. Really pushing those palms. Get a little deeper in that move. And I think we got one more. Curl the toes. Big inhale here. Dropping the chest and belly. Lifting the tailbone, taking the gaze up. Tops of the feet, exhale, lift the navel, round it, pushing the palms, tailbone down, crown of the head down. Good. Come back to a flat back. I want you to walk your hands out and sit your hips back into a child's pose. You want to press those palms, drop the chest as deep as you can, chin or forehead onto the mat. Keep pressing those palms here so you really feel that nice stretch through your upper back. There's one round of breath. Maybe even try to reach those fingertips out just a little bit more. 2 rounds of breath here. Big inhale. And big exhale, sinking deeper into it. Couple more rounds of breath. And then last round of breath here. Big inhale. And big exhale. Finishing that out, let's walk the hands back in towards the shoulders and place the crease the wrist under the shoulders again. You're going to take your right leg back. Let me angle a little bit. Curl the toes under, holding this right here. So you're going to feel that heel pressing towards the back of the room. You're going to lift that quad up off the knee, and you're also going to pull that navel up. The fingers spread out wide. So really feel that nice strong engagement in that leg. 3 more rounds of breath. Two more rounds of breath. Keep pressing that heel back. Keep lifting on that quad. And then last round of breath here. You'll notice that those arms are active as well. And finish out that last round of breath. It's your right leg that is extended. Left palm stays down, just open up to the right. We're going to take a modified side plank. You're going to lift that back leg. See how it's lifted. Pull the toes in towards your shin. Pressing out through your heel. Just stack the shoulders, draw the navel in, holding this here. And again, you're going to really feel that strong engagement in that quad of the leg that is lifted. We've got 2 rounds of breath. Three rounds of breath. Gaze can go up, straight ahead or down. Maybe your neck is not ready to go up quite yet. One last round of breath here. Good. Finishing out that last round of breath. Drop that foot onto the mat, and let's just pull ourselves up right here. Bring the arms behind, lace with the right pinky finger on the outside. Punch your knuckles down, squeeze the shoulder blades, and really open up that chest. Just holding it here. You're squeezing the shoulder blades. Drawing that navel in and up. Think of sewing that rib cage together a little bit. Excellent. Keep punching the knuckles down. We got about 3 more rounds of breath. Big inhales. Exhales either out through the nose or the mouth. And 2 more rounds of breath. And last round of breath here. Good. All right, after that last round of breath, let's release back to all 4. Now extend your left leg behind you. Curl the toes under, pressing that calf towards the heel, heel towards the back of the room. Feel that quad lifting off the knee. Feel the navel pulling in and up. Keeping those shoulders over the crease of the wrist and the shoulders pulled away from your ears. You're just reaching the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Nice deep breaths here, and I think we're about 3 rounds of breaths in. Couple more rounds of breath. And then one more big inhale. And big exhale. So after you finish that round of breath, open up into that modified side plank. Let's lift that leg. Again, pulling those toes in towards the shin. Just stack the shoulders. Engage that quad again. Just finding balance here, finding breath and balance. Hello, Tina. Good. We got about 2 more rounds of breath. One last round of breath, gaze where you want it. Blow it out, big exhale. And then let's return back to all 4. I want you to come onto your forearms here. Curl your toes under. Send the hips high, coming into your dolphin. We're going to find 5 rounds of breath here. Let the head hang. Feel the chest pressing towards the thighs. Navel lifting, sits bones reaching. Think of sticking those shoulder blades in your back pockets, pressing the heels. Good. And we are about 3 rounds of breath in. Just let that head hang here. Big exhale. And then one more big inhale. We go a little deeper on that last round of breath. Big exhale. Excellent. Drop onto those knees again. Now walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Take your left palm, place it on top of your right. That head fall between your arms. Again, forehead dropping onto the mat. And just try to reach those left fingertips a little further if you can. Feel that side body stretch on the left side of your body. Big inhales and big exhales. We are about 3 rounds of breath in. then maybe one last round of breath. Let's go ahead and walk those hands over to the left side now. And take your right palm on top of the left. Reach those right fingertips a little further. Drop that forehead right onto the mat. Head is between the arms. And you can feel this side stretch here on the right side of your body. You're going to the left. Feel yourself pulling up out of your hip. These big inhales and exhales. Keep sitting those hips back. Again, we are probably about 3 rounds of breath in. In some of these postures, you may feel that your breaths are a little more shallow. Just fine. Just keep working on lengthening out those breaths. And let's take that last round of breath. Finish it out. Walk the hands back to the center. Drop onto the forearms again, where we're going to flip right back up into that dolphin. And this time, right leg floats up. Excuse me. Press the left heel. Good. Reach those toes up. There's one round of breath. Two. 3 rounds of breath there. Couple more rounds of breath. Keep reaching a little higher. Press that left heel. The last round of breath. Finish it out. Lower that right foot back down. Stay in your dolphin. And let's float the left leg up. Good. Point those toes up. Press the right heel. Try to keep that leg as straight as you can. 1 round of breath. And there's 2. There's 3. Reach it, reach it, reach it. 2 more rounds of breath. Just 4. And 5. Finish it out. Drop it back down onto the mat. And then let's drop those knees again. Come back up onto all 4. Let's open up to the left again, keeping that right palm down. Good. And then drop that arm down. Come right back up into that side pose here. Bring our arms behind. Lace with your left pinky finger on the outside. Again, punch those knuckles down. Squeeze the shoulder blades. So we did the right side before we went into those dolphins to give those shoulders a nice stretch, and now afterwards to give them a nice stretch. Good. 2 rounds of breath in here. Excellent. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades, punching those knuckles down. And finish out this last round of breath here. Good. Go ahead and release back to all 4. And now let's curl the toes under and press up into downward dog. From downward dog, let me angle again just a little bit. You're going to tuck those knees through the belly, come onto your thighs. Stay low and move out into plank. Pulling those abs up. Again, here's 2, and then out. Tuck in 3, stay low, and shoot out into plank. Tuck it in 4, staying low, and nice and slow and controlled. One more time, 5, and into plank, and let's hold plank, 5 rounds of breath here. There's 3 rounds of breath. Nice strong core. Roll those inner thighs in and up. Pull the shoulder blades away. 1 round of breath here. And now let's press back up into downward dog, where we will hold downward dog for 3 rounds of breath. More rounds of breath. I might have said 3, but I meant 5. Drawing that navel up, reach the sits bones. Sending that chest deep towards your thighs. 2 more rounds of breath here. I want you to go ahead and drop your knees. Just sit back over the heels for a moment. And now roll your body forward, bringing the chest between your palms. We're staying on the knees. Squeeze the elbows and lower. Lift up into cobra, reaching the toes. Take it to where you feel comfortable. And then sit back over those heels. And we got 4 more of those. Rolling forward. Chest between the palms. Squeeze the elbows as you lower. Lift up into cobra. Make sure you relax those shoulders away from the ears. And then sitting back into that child's pose. So 3 more. Remember, you don't need to be too aggressive on any of these movements. This is just used to wake your body up, get yourself moving for the day or before a little more vigorous exercise. And a couple more. I think that you will agree too that sometimes holding these really is quite a workout as well. Lift up cobra, relax the shoulders, and sit back over the heels. So if you're like me, as we age, oh my goodness, I have to have a cup of coffee before I get moving in the mornings. Roll it down. Good, squeeze. Lift. And then come right back down. Your right arm will be closest to your body with your palm up. Take it through, and then left arm in front of your right. Rest the chin right here. Try to reach those fingertips as far as you can. And we're just gonna hold this. Get another great stretch on those shoulders. Just bring your feet together, reach those toes back. Or maybe 3 rounds of breath in. And just like we did when we interlace those fingers, we're going to come back to this posture on the other side. One last round of breath here in just a moment. So we still got a little bit of shoulder work in the next couple movements. So finish out that breath. Release. Palms go back outside of your chest. Come up onto all four. Curl your toes. And let's press up into downward dog. From downward dog, float the right leg up with the toes up. Feel that left heel press. Keep your shoulders squared. Sending that chest deep towards the thigh. 2 rounds of breath in here. Three rounds of breath. Keep squeezing those biceps in towards the ears. 4 rounds of breath in. And now, last round of breath. Let's tuck that knee. Let's step the foot forward and through. And rise up into crescent lunge. Just bringing the hands on your hips. Sink deep into that lunge. Legs are nice and strong. Squeeze those inner thighs. Good. Hold it. Breathe your 2 rounds of breath in. 2 more rounds of breath. Pull the abs in and keep the shoulders over your hips. Last round of breath. Good. Go ahead and release and fold it. Step back into your downward dog. And now let's float that left leg up. Press the right heel. With the toes up, shoulders squared. Sending that chest deep towards that right thigh. And you are right here. 2 rounds of breath in. Big inhales. And big exhales. So see, some of these movements, like I said, you would agree, these are a little bit harder, a little more vigorous. Let's go with 1 more round of breath. Finish out that round of breath. Tuck the knee. Go ahead and step it through. Stay high in those hips when you step through. Help it if you need to. And then come up into crescent here. Good. Legs are strong. You can squeezing the inner thighs towards each other in your lunges. That'll really help stabilize those legs. Gonna get a nice solid foundation in your legs whenever you come up into this lunge position. We are maybe 3 rounds of breath in here. Excellent, 4 rounds of breath. And let's finish out that last round of breath. And release. Step back into your downward dog. Let's drop the knees again. Just roll that chest forward. Come all the way down onto the mat. And remember, left arm is closest to the body now. Right arm in front. So you can probably really feel that in your shoulders. And if you've been doing anything else throughout the week, where those shoulders just get really massively tight and sore. This is one of my favorite postures to move into for the shoulders. 2 rounds of breath in. Reach those toes back. So that chin rests on the inside of the arms. Couple more rounds of breath. We've got 1 more round of breath. Finishing out that last round of breath. Release that posture. Bring the palms right outside of your chest. Come back up onto all four. Curl your toes. Press the hips high. Downward dog, but we're going to walk those feet out a little bit wider, maybe just right on the outside of your mat. Walking your hands in. I want you to take your left hand and grab somewhere on the outside of your right leg. Find some length and then twist it as you exhale. Probably looking just through that right arm and holding here. Navel lifts, sits bones high. We do a lot of these different movements and different postures just in our regular flow classes. Sometimes we don't hold them as long. And I'm doing 5 rounds of breath, but of course you can always do 10 or a little more if you want to. Doesn't hurt at all. We are 3 rounds of breath in. 4 rounds of breath. Going a little deeper on that last one. Finish out that last round of breath. Then bring that left palm back across from your right. So the right hand is going to grab somewhere on the outside of your left leg. Find length first, and then twist as you exhale. Looking through that left arm. Pulling up on the navel and reaching those sits bones high. Good. Feel that twist in the torso here. Big inhales, big exhales. Two rounds of breath in. A little deeper on that last one. Big inhale, big exhale. Finishing out that round of breath. And then let's bring that right hand back across from your left. Now walk those feet together. And then just walk the hands all the way back to your toes, to your feet. Hang here in that nice deep forward fold. Stacking your vertebrae. Come all the way to standing. Let your arms hang. Pull the shoulders up to your ears. Release those shoulder blades together down your back. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold it. Good. And then just that movement. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stack the vertebrae. Let your arms hang. Good. So there's one. We got 4 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge and fold. You can always take slight bend in those knees if you need to. And maybe as you get into your 3rd or 4th one, you can start to take out a little more of that bend. Good. So 3 more. Make those movements big. Reach it up. And release and fold. Half lift here. Release and fold. Stack the vertebrae. Good. So whatever you're doing, walking, jogging, riding your bike, sculpting, this is a great warm-up for any type of movement. Release. If you don't want to take the time to do like a full hour of yoga, sometimes that can be a little bit draining. Release. Stack the vertebrae. And we want to for sure make sure that you get those 6 movements of the spine in. So take an inhale, reach your arms up, meet your palms, and let's exhale, drop over to the right. We got a little lateral movement in that child's pose. This just goes a little bit deeper. Excellent. Maybe look up under that left arm or just look straight ahead. Let's go one more round of breath here. And then come back up center. Woo. Reach it up and then let's drop over to the left. Pushing that right hip out, but grounding through the outer pinky toe edge of the opposite foot. So since we're leaning to the left, that would be the right foot. You can look straight ahead or gaze up under that arm. Good. 3 rounds of breath in, 2 more rounds of breath. Guarantee that your body will feel ready to move after this last round of breath. So inhale, reach those arms up. Just exhale, release the arms to the side. I want you to drop one ear to your shoulder. Good. Take that opposite hand and those fingertips reaching down towards the floor, towards the mat. And I don't ever use additional pressure with my hand. I just let the head fall. One more round of breath here. And then back center. Over to the other side. Excellent. Sometimes the neck gets forgotten in these movements. And then we wake up with really stiff and sore neck a lot of times. So remember it after or during these movements. Reach those opposite fingers down. And then one last round of breath here. If it feels good to close the eyes, just close the eyes. Bring it back center. Now drop the chin towards your chest, but before you do that, think of lifting up and then lower it. We don't ever want to drop back. A lot of dancers will do that. They are used to that movement and doing it safely. So we try to avoid dropping the head back too much. And if you do, just make sure again that you find length first. And a couple more rounds of breath here. Excellent. Finish out this last round of breath. Standing really strong in this Tadasana. And then lift that chin parallel. Good. Roll the shoulders back 1. Excellent. Roll them back 2. You got it. Here we go. 3. 2 more times. Lift. And last one. Up. Roll it back. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale, heart center 1. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, heart center 2. 3 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, heart center. Last 2. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, heart center. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, heart center. Excellent job. All right, so that finishes out our little core warm-up. See you back on your mat.